How's it going, explorers, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today's video is going to be slightly different to what I usually do. We're not going to be going out exploring any abandoned buildings today, but what we are going to be doing is reviewing one of the most powerful flashlights on the market today. Now, in the urban exploring world, we rely a lot on light. Now, a lot of these places that we go into are very dark places, and we need a light powerful enough to light up everything so we can see exactly what we are doing. So you guys back at home watching the videos can see exactly what we are doing. As a lot of our explores that we do a lot of nighttime explores. So a powerful torch will come in very, very handy. Now, a company called Olight have reached out to me and said, can I do a review on one of their most powerful flashlights called the X7R Marauder. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing today, guys. So let's get into the review. So guys, this is the packaging that the X7R Marauder comes in. And as you can see from the front, it looks pretty impressive. I mean, it's got all the key features that you need to know about this torch on the front, from saying it is waterproof IPX7, which basically means it is waterproof up to 1 meter for 30 minutes, which I will be testing out later on in this video, so stay tuned, guys. Then it's telling us that the light can be thrown 380 meters, which means anything 380 meters in front of this flashlight is going to be lit up. Then it's telling us what LEDs this light actually uses, and how long the battery life is going to last for, and that this torch is actually rechargeable, which is a key feature for this flashlight. Then in big blue writing, it is telling us how powerful this light actually is. 12,000 lumens, which is pretty powerful for a flashlight. So guys, on the back of the packaging, it tells you a little bit more about this flashlight and tells you some more features that this flashlight actually has. And I'm telling you now, guys, this flashlight has a lot of features. And at the bottom, it just basically tells you how long the battery is going to last on each settings. Right, so explorers, we have seen the outside of this packaging. Now we're going to cut it open and see what is inside. I mean, I haven't touched any of this packaging yet, so I've still got that plastic film still over the box. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done a review, so don't laugh at me, guys, the way that I'm doing this. I mean, I better put the knife down so I don't cut myself. So guys, I've finally got off the plastic sleeve, and I've just discovered that this packaging has a magnetic flap on the side. Now, a lot of you guys are probably going to laugh at me, but little things like that makes the whole unboxing experience so much better. It just shows me that Olight themselves have actually put a lot of time and effort into designing the packaging. Now, if they've put that much effort into designing this packaging, how much effort have they actually put into designing this flashlight? Right, so guys, that is the outside of the packaging looked at. Now it's time to open it up and see what the inside is like. Now, the first thing that I can see when opening this packaging is the torch itself. And I mean, check this out. That is one pretty impressive looking torch. I mean, it's a pretty small torch. It's probably about the same size as a Coke can. But it's got a good weight to it. I mean, it's not too light and it's not too heavy. I think Olight have got the weight of this torch pretty much spot on. At the back of this light are 3 ridges for your fingers, so your fingers can rest pretty comfortably on the torch. And I mean, this torch I think is going to be a pretty comfortable torch to use. On the side as well, it's got this like little clip, which you can like connect the strap to. But if you push it down, it's out the way. It's not going to get in the way of your hand when you're like using it. So that's a pretty decent design. I like it. So what else do we have in this box? I mean, we've got another compartment here, which has the user manual. Read that later. Also, there's some information here on other flashlights that Olight do, which is pretty useful as well. And we have a little pouch that the light itself can actually fit into, so you can strap it to like a belt so you don't have to be carrying it around with you all the time, which is pretty cool. And then finally, it has the cable to charge it up with a plug as well, which is pretty cool. They haven't just sent you a cable, they've sent you a plug as well. Also guys, at the bottom of this box, we have like, it's a lanyard. So basically you can connect this to your torch. So if you do drop it, you've got the lanyard to hold on to as well, so you ain't gonna drop the torch, which is pretty cool. And I mean, it's a thick lanyard as well, so it's not gonna break. It feels pretty sturdy. So yeah, that is what is inside the packaging of this light. So guys, we've looked at the packaging, we've looked inside the packaging. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to charge up the flashlight. Now the way that you charge it up is at the bottom of the torch, there's a little twisty part that you twist and it opens up and your port is now revealed. You turn it back and it covers it back over. Now that's what keeps this torch waterproof. So obviously you ain't going to want any water getting into the charging port. Now the charger that we use is a Type-C cable. Now this is the same cable that you would use on like your Samsung S8 and all your Samsung phones, like the latest models. It is exactly the same charger. Right, so guys, I'm just about to put this torch on charge. It is now plugged in, and the way that you know that this torch is charging, there is two little red LEDs that will pop up as soon as you plug it in. That tells you that the torch is charging. When it is fully charged, that will turn from red to green, and that will tell you that you're ready to use your torch. So in about 2 hours, I will be meeting up with a friend of mine and we will be testing out this torch in the darkest place that I could find in Weymouth. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Right, so guys, as you can see, the LEDs have changed from red to green, which is now telling us that the torch is fully charged. Right, so it's time to go out into the dark and see what this torch can actually do. So guys, we have now come outside and it is starting to get dark. I mean, we're in the summer months at the moment, so it gets dark at around about, what do you reckon, 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
So about 10 o'clock it starts to get a bit dark, but we've come to like an old train track which has been turned into a footpath, and it is probably the darkest place in Weymouth. It's got no lights at all. I mean, the only light that is on this train track is this old train tunnel. I mean, that is the only light that we're going to see on this train track basically. And when I was a kid, this used to be the route to get back to my house, and I used to run it every time. I mean, there was no way I was walking it because, again, it was pitch black. So hopefully we can light up these train tracks with this torch and see how good it really is, and see if it's actually worth the price tag. I mean, the price tag is pretty high, and hopefully it just lives up to it. So yeah, so we're gonna have to wait for about another half an hour, I reckon, for it to get completely dark. Now we've gone through the tunnel, this is the part of the Rodwell Trail that starts to get dark, so give it half an hour, it's going to be completely pitch black. Right, so guys, we have got no torches on at the moment. It is completely pitch black down on these tracks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it on the lowest settings up to the highest, so you can see from the lowest to the highest how bright this torch can actually get. So as you can see, if you can, the button to switch on this torch actually flashes green. So you want to turn it on to the lowest settings. What you do is you hold it down, and that setting that it's on now is 10 lumens. That is the lowest setting. That is what they call a night light. And as you can see, it is already, well, it's already lighting up Ollie from behind. So that is 10 lumens. We're going to put it onto its lowest settings now, which is low. So what you do is you hold the button down again. This is 500 lumens. This is the lowest setting. And as you can see, it already lights up everything around us, which is pretty damn crazy. So now we're going to put it onto medium. And that is 1000 lumens. So now we're going to hold it down again onto its third setting, which is the highest setting. And again, this is 3000 lumens, which is pretty damn bright. I mean, you can see everything around us now. It is pretty impressive. Now we're going to put it onto turbo mode now, which you've got to click the button twice. Now this is 7000 lumens, and you can just see everything clearly now. I mean, it's practically like daylight. I mean, everything around us, I'm shining up into the trees, you can just see perfectly. Now we're going to put it onto super turbo, which is 12,000 lumens. Now this is the highest settings. So again, you just click it twice, and we are on the highest settings that this torch can do. Which, I mean, yeah, you can just see everything. All the bugs are now being attracted to this torch. This is crazy. I mean, I'm going to turn it off now and you can just see how dark it really is. There, completely gone. I mean, the only thing you can see now is Ollie's camera. That little light in the distance. So guys, this is 12,000 lumens on super turbo, but after 3 minutes, the torch actually does dim down to 3000. I don't think the camera's given this torch much justice. I mean, it's not picking up the light as much as we are actually seeing. I mean, let me turn it off again. Daylight, nighttime. So guys, in front of us is a tunnel, but you can't see it because it is so dark down there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the torch on the highest settings, and you're going to see this tunnel straight in front of us. There you go. That is the highest settings. Check that out. That is pretty impressive. I mean, you saw how dark it is before I turned this torch on. And it just lights it up like it's bloody daytime. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not overreacting, guys. I'm telling you, this torch is so bright.
Mate, it lights up all 3 tunnels.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. This torch is something different. I mean, I'll switch the light off. Can't see anything. Turn it back on. And there we go. Unbelievable. Honestly, guys, this is the most powerful torch that I've ever used. I cannot tell you guys how bright this torch actually is. I mean, like I said before, I don't think the camera is giving this torch much justice. It really isn't. It's not picking the light up as much as what I'm seeing in real life. It's just incredible, guys. It is incredible. Also, this torch has a sensor. Anything that gets in the way of it on Super Turbo, it should dim down. Can you see it's dimmed down now? That's dimmed down to 3000 lumens now. So anything in its way, it isn't going to damage, it isn't going to blind. So if I go away, it should come back on. There you go. It's come back on again. Right, so guys, I've found out that this torch actually has a strobe light setting on it. If you hit the button on whatever setting you have it on 3 times, then it will start flashing. As you can see, Ollie's like, mate, that looks so weird. Right, so that is the main review over and done now. The only thing that I want to do now is test out how water resistant this torch actually is. They say it is resistant up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. So we're just going to put it into like a sink in the bathroom and just leave it there for about 20 minutes and see if it still stays on after that time. So I wanted to leave it till the end because if I'd have done it at the beginning and something went wrong, I mean, that would have been the shortest review ever. So let's go and test it out. Right, so guys, before you do this water test, make sure this cap is shut and is covering up your charger port. I've got it on the highest setting now. I'm just going to drop it in this sink full of water now and just leave it there for about 20 minutes and see if it still works afterwards. So there we go. He is in. I mean, it is bubbling. Should it be bubbling? I mean, why is it bubbling? Does that mean it's taking in water? I hope it's not. But we will come back in 20 minutes and see if it is still lit up. Right, so guys, 20 minutes has passed. And that isn't the bathroom light on. That is actually the torch lighting up the bathroom. And as you can see, the light is still on. I mean, it hasn't even been affected. So this light will be perfect. Like a lot of water around you. I mean, if it starts to rain, this torch would have no problem. I mean, you can see it's been in there for 20 minutes and the light is still on. So yeah, it is true. This light is fully waterproof. Amazing, amazing guys, amazing. It's still working perfectly. It is now flashing red on the button, which is telling me that it is low battery. So it's time to go home, pull it back on charge, and I will give you my final review when we get back to the flat. So I'm back at the flat and it is time to give you my final words on this torch. And all I can say is, it is by far the best torch that I've ever used and the most powerful torch. I mean, it does exactly what it says on the box. I mean, it's waterproof. It throws to like 380 meters out in front of itself, which it does. and the battery life is amazing in it. And yeah, I mean, if I was to give it one negative, I would say that the torch does get pretty warm in the hands when you've got it on the high settings for a long time. But apart from that, I mean, it is an amazing torch, and I'm not just saying that because I'm doing a review on it. I'm giving you guys my truthful opinion on this torch. So if you guys did like what you saw in the video and you want to get your hands on one of these flashlights or any other flashlights that Olight do, then they have sent me a link which I'm going to put in my description. They are doing a massive discount sale from the 27th of July to the 31st of July. So hit the link in my description and it will take you straight to their site and to the discount page. Also, if this video gets 500 thumbs up, I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway of this exact flashlight. So all you guys have to do is leave a comment down below, hit that thumbs up. If we hit 500 thumbs up, one of you guys could be getting your hands on this flashlight for free. Amazing. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see some more reviews on my channel, leave a comment down below saying you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for some amazing abandoned explorers in the future. If you are subscribed and you haven't hit that notification bell, hit the notification bell so you're 100% guaranteed to be notified every time I upload. So yeah, until next time guys, carry on exploring, you beautiful people. Peace.